I used to hate my husband, but now I think I'm in love with him. I know the title is exactly how it sounds. I and my husband have been married since we were 18 years old. At the age of 9, my family promised me away to our family friend's son. I have dreaded my birthdays ever since, 1 year closer to marriage and 1 year closer from being stripped of my freedom. While I was counting down the years, I met a guy. He made me happy, made me forget about ever having to worry at all. Eventually I turned 18, and I met my husband for the first time. I hated him. Looking at him made my blood boil, because I had already loved someone. We got married 2 days after meeting. After the wedding we didn't do anything. I remember sitting down on the honeymoon bed. He walked in and said, "I do not love you nor do you love me, so let's have an open relationship." I didn't argue, and told him okay. I was happy because that means I could see the guy I was so desperately in love with, but we had rules. We could never have sex in the bedroom, we must always sleep in the same bed, no talking bad about each other to our partners and more basic things. So every year after that we put on the same act, a loving husband and wife at family gatherings after we went off with our partners. Me and my boyfriend were doing very good, while my husband never dated, only one night stands. A couple of years passed, and I thought everything was going okay till I found out my boyfriend had been cheating on me with a friend from high school. Ironic, I know. I went home and cried. My husband came into the bedroom where I was crying, asking me if I was all right. Even though I hated him, I told him everything and he held me there for what seems like hours. After that me and husband got closer. I took a break from dating while my husband still did one-night stands. We started keeping each other company. We did movie nights, game nights, and he took me dancing. Then he stopped going on one-night stands. I never asked. A couple nights ago when I was getting snacks for our movie, I walked in and saw him deleting all the dating apps he was on. I didn't mention it. I sat down with the snacks and he scooted closer until our shoulders were touching. I felt a little nervous and fluttery like a teenager on their first date. He got a work call late night and promised he'd be back as soon as he could. I fell asleep on the couch, and when I woke up I was in the bed with my husband cuddling me. I was very flustered by this, and after that it has never been the same. This man that I hated so much, the man I cursed for years before I got married, turned out to the exact opposite of what I thought he was. It's like I have a school crush. I can't believe it's took all these years for me to realize that it is not his fault that I was promised away. He was also promised away to a stranger, so I could imagine how he feels. My husband started bringing me flowers and gifts. He tells me it's cause he just thought it would be nice. We began staying up all night together and sleeping until almost noon. He bought me an engagement ring upgrade and cuddles me to sleep when he used to be on the other side of the bed. I think I'm in love with him and don't know how to tell him.